Long John Silver's locations are hard to find these days. That's why I make it at home. I'm going to make the classic Long John Silver's platter with chicken and fish. And first, I'm going to show you how I make the chicken. Here I have 2 chicken breasts that I'm working with. So what I'm going to do now is just thin out all the chicken breast into smaller pieces. And you can do this however you like. You can split it in half, pound it out, and just cut small pieces. This is what I'm doing today. By the way, comment down below if you are a fan of Long John Silver's. I usually find that half of my family likes it, the other half doesn't, and in my house, we all love it, especially the chicken, which is why I'm starting on this first. Okay, all my pieces are prepped, and as you can see, they're not perfectly shaped like those planks that you get from Long John Silver, but you know, I think this will work. I'm going to season this with my homemade garlic, onion, salt, and pepper blend. A half cup of chicken broth going in. This is optional, but I'm going to add some Shaoxing cooking wine. Like a couple of tablespoons. So here I'm just going to mix it. I'm going to cover it and let it marinate in the refrigerator for several hours. Okay, I'm going to be making coleslaw from scratch. I'm using half of this cabbage, and I just shred it along with some carrots, and I'll show you the dressing. Here I have around 3/4 of a cup. You could use a full cup of mayonnaise. Here I have a little bit of onion powder going in. You could use fresh onion minced, pepper, salt. I would say start with like a 1/4 teaspoon. 1 or 2 teaspoons, yeah, it's about 2 teaspoons, of vinegar, and a teaspoon of sugar. Give it a taste, adjust to your preference. If you want it saltier, sweeter, it's up to you. And you'll want to add maybe more mayo if you like. Like I said, seasoned and sauce and dress this to your preference. Here's what I'm using for the fish. And let me show you how out of 1 piece you can get 4 of those fish planks. I'm going to slice it to thin it out in half. Like that. And it's still kind of semi-frozen, which helps. Then just diagonally, I'm just going to cut it like that. Like that. And then this one I can cut in half because it's kind of thick. So out of 1 piece, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, so 5 fish planks, I guess, out of these, or fish pieces that you can fry up. Like that. I'll just do square pieces for this one. I'm just going to season it with my garlic, salt, pepper, and onion powder. And that's that. Okay, I'm using freezer store purchased French fries and hush puppies. You can do this from scratch. I find this convenient. I like these, so that's what I'm going with today. Want to make sure that it's a single layer with room in between everything to get crispy in the oven. So this is the chicken that we prepped. In about 3 to 4 hours, you can see that some of that liquid, marinating liquid, has been absorbed by the chicken pieces. So everything else, I'm just going to dump it out and I'm going to pat these pieces dry. So for the wet batter, I am going to use self-rising flour. I have 2 cups in a large bowl. To season the wet batter, I'm going to be adding like a teaspoon of paprika, and I have garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper. Okay, teaspoon. And I like to add some MSG. I'm probably gonna add like a 1/4 teaspoon. Give that a mix. Now I'm going to add ice cold water, little by little, until I get a pancake batter consistency. So here we are. This is what I'm looking for. And if you can coat your finger like this, that's a good consistency. Okay, so I've already separated my chicken pieces. My family loves when I make this, and they always request the chicken more than the fish. So that's why I have a lot of chicken to go through. I'm gonna start with the chicken pieces, and you just coat it and add it into your fry oil. Just like that. Be sure to preheat your cooking oil to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And now you're just gonna let this cook and fry on both sides. It's already floating, but you'll want to cook this for at least like 5 minutes because it is chicken. Now, it is thin pieces of chicken breast, so it's not going to take that long. Okay, so I'm going for a crispy piece of the chicken. Be sure to marinate the chicken breast. It makes it so juicy and tender. That's what we're working with for the chicken. Now for the fish. Now, if you don't want to mix like the chicken batter with the fish batter, make a separate bowl. I do this all the time and no one has gotten sick. So I'm just gonna start dredging. You wanna dredge the fish the same way and add it to your fry oil. I'm going to take a spoon. You could use your tongs. And then you just put batter all in the fry oil to make those crispy pieces. Break them apart, fry them up till golden brown, and take them out. It's so good, and texturally I love crunchy things, so it's perfect. And here we have Long John Silver fish and chicken at home. And it's not that hard to do, and it tastes, in my opinion, 10 times better. Here I have a homemade tartar sauce, and I will put the ingredients that I used below, but if you want to check out how I made this, I will link my fish-a-fillet video where I recreated the McDonald's fish-a-fillet and I made the tartar sauce. It's so good. Okay, it's time to eat and it's time to get dinner on the table, but I have to try it just like this. I love the crunchy bits. Here's the coleslaw that I made hours ago, and it tastes so good. That's if you like coleslaw. Some of you might just opt for the hush puppies and the fries. I get it. And there we go. This is the meal. You can add a wedge of lemon, a little bit of malt vinegar. It's so good. It tastes amazing. And you made it all at home. Just like that. It's so good. So if you crave Long John Silver's like I do and can't find one, try this recipe. It's good.